Today we are going to discuss about two most important questions from diamond. Basically, we have only two questions that regularly you can find in our IGCSE exams. We are going to discuss about them in details. Most of the time students do some subtle mistakes in these two questions and lose marks. Today we're going to solve this problem entirely. First of all, we're going to learn how to draw the structure of diamond. Let's start. So let's see how we can draw a structure of diamond. First of all, what we're going to do is to take one hexagon like this and put carbon atoms on each corner. You can just put dots for the carbon atoms and it should be fine. And using these sides, you have to draw two more hexagons like this. You can use that hexagon and the previous one to draw one more. Okay, and put your carbon atoms in there. Okay, now you need to draw another hexagon, but this hexagon will be in between these two hexagons, but just a little bit on the right side of the left hexagon like this. And then put your carbon atoms in there. Like this. Join this carbon atom to the top of the other one and this carbon atom to the top of the other one. For the first hexagon, you are going to take one of the carbon atoms a little bit on the right side of the line, then add them to like this. Now you have 1, 2, 3 of the bottom. Take these ones and just put another carbon atom there and you can add them. Also take 2 for this one, make another triangle here. Remember, all of these are carbon atoms. Then add this one to that one. You can just practice twice and it will be fine. And here we're going to take a random point here, another random point there. What you're going to do is to add them to this one. And there you go, you have your diamond structure. You can just practice this 2-3 times and it should be very fine for you. The first question we are going to discuss about is why diamond is hard or diamond has a high melting point. Basically, both these questions are same and they have the same answer. But because of some subtle mistakes, students tend to lose some marks. We are going to make it very correct and very accurate. Let's start. Now, the first 2 points you should mention is diamond has a giant covalent structure. It has a tetrahedral and 3D lattice. The reason behind the first point is that simple covalent structures have generally low melting point. So the giant point will give the difference between simple covalent structure and the giant covalent structure. And the second point is basically the difference between diamond and the other form of graphite, which is other form of carbon, which is graphite. Now we know that graphite has a hexagonal lattice and our diamond has tetrahedral and 3D lattice. And because of that one, there are no layers in diamond, and which makes it harder. So you must include these 2 points first, then go to your other explanation. These 2 points will ensure that you do not lose any marks in case of the structure point. Then the explanation comes into bonding. We have to explain what kind of bonds are present and what kinds of forces are present there. We know that in diamond, each carbon atom is covalently bonded to 4 other carbon atoms. And we know that in covalent bonds, there are strong electrostatic forces of attraction between shared pairs of electrons with the nuclei of the atoms, right? So we must include these 2 points to ensure that we actually make sure we do not lose any marks in terms of bonds. So these 2 points must be included if you want to get marks for the bond point. Finally, we have to explain why these strong electrostatic forces of attraction and strong covalent bonds raise the melting point or make it hard. So in point 5, we're going to write that many strong covalent bonds need to be broken. Now, one mistake here is regular, which is we do not write the word many. So strong covalent bonds need to be broken. It's fine, but it's not accurate because in diamonds there are many strong covalent bonds. All the bonds are basically covalent bonds. So we should include that many strong covalent bonds need to be broken. And finally, to break these a lot of covalent bonds which are strong, we need a lot of energy too. That's it. That's how you can explain properly that diamond has a very high melting point and diamond is also hard. As our question already is stating that we have that diamond is hard or it has high melting point, we do not need to write that line again. You can just write the 6 points and you will get full marks, obviously, without any doubt. By the way, if you need help in IGCSE maths, I have a whole playlist on IGCSE maths. You can check that out. You can just press the I button in there and it will take you to the playlist. In our last video, we have seen that graphite conducts electricity and why actually it conducts electricity. That brings us to the other form of carbon, diamond, and it does not conduct electricity. So the question is asking, explain why diamond does not conduct electricity. We are going to answer this question accurately. Now let's see how you should actually answer this question. So to answer this question, the first point you should include is the structure. We must ensure that we write that it's a giant covalent structure. So the structure part is done. Then in point 2, we are going to write about the bonding part, where we should write that each carbon atom is covalently bonded to 4 other carbon atoms. That eliminates the contradiction with graphite. So we must write it. Now there comes the third point, that there are no delocalized electrons. And sometimes the answer is written just as there are no delocalized electrons, but I prefer that you clear it up that delocalized electrons means there are no free moving electrons. Sometimes the marking point can be different and they might ask you for some explanation. So it's better to include the explanation in your answer to be 100% sure. So we will write that there are no delocalized electrons or free moving electrons, and so they cannot carry electricity through the structure. So this is how you can write them without any mistake, and you're going to score full marks for sure. So that's all from diamond. These are the 2 most important questions you can find about diamond in IGCSE. I hope that this video is helpful for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. See you in my next video. Thank you.